definitely like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell, so you're notified when new videos drop. And for our sins, for my sins, for your sins, for all our sins, we have suffered for our sins. We have Star Trek Picard. We're up to episode 5. Oh God, it's so much worse that first episode was good, right? It was so much worse now. Yeah, we're up to episode 5 of Picard, and it's not good. You want the review, the quick review? It's not good. Well, it's weird more than it's not good. Okay, this has been a show of violent handbrake turns in story and tone, right? It's like Mad Libs. It's so weird. So yeah, the first episode was very Star Trek-y. The first episode said, forget the first season. Now we're on the Stargazer in Starfleet uniforms where it's like doing Star Trek-y stuff, being Star Trek. It was Star Trek-y. Elnor's in Star Trek, Crackhall, Raffi's in Star Trek. Everyone's in Starfleet, right? It's all great. And it's all Star Trek-y. And then Q shows up and he goes, ha-ha! And now they're in second episode. It's like, record scratch. All of a sudden, now they're in an evil mirror universe, but they're not calling it that. Q's made an alternate timeline, right? So we explore that. And oh no, he goes to a Trump rally and Orange Man bad, little Orange Man bad. And it just seems a little, I didn't really quite pick up the Orange Man bad of it. It's so obvious, because it's so out, it's like so forgotten, right, at this point, so out of date. So that was episode 2. Then episodes 3 and 4 were somewhat consistent in that they were very concerned about ICE, not having open borders, and anybody who doesn't like open borders is a racist, and it's like cartoon evil, and and the thing we saw over and over and over again was the result of policies that the people making Star Trek really love, these left-wing policies, and causes this utter devastation, right? They say, and they're tying it into the Bell riots of from Deep Space Nine, and so now it's a dumb political analogy. Now, what you would do, right, in if you knew how to write sci-fi, not even Star Trek, you would have planets that would represent the points of view, and then you would have a discussion about it, right? But no discussion. It's all bad. So anyway, so we have that kind of cringe overdrive. I think the Borg Queen actually is probably the best bit of it. Dr. Jurati. They had a new Borg Queen show up at the first episode. That's clearly going to be Dr. Jurati by the end of it. Clearly. Well, unless I'm wrong. So this episode, they do another big handbrake. Then it's on to this weird, Ocean's 11 espionage James Bondy thing. It's really strange. And now Brent Spiner's in it playing Dr. Noonien Sung's great grandson, Adam, who has a daughter who is the same actress as Soji, right? So somehow Data remembers from hundreds and hundreds of years ago in his timeline when he makes his second daughter's first one being what's that episode? Great episode. Oh, Measure a Man? No. It was a season 3 episode where he made Lowell was his daughter. Really good episode. Oh God, Star Trek when it was good, right? Well, we used to love Star Trek when it was clever, when it was smart, when it was made for clever people, was made by clever people for clever people. This is made by idiots for no one, right? I was going to say for idiots for no one. No one's watching this garbage, right? So now we do another really strong handbrake turn. Bring in Dr. Noonien Sung and Adam Sung and Soji. And for God's sake, why is she not hot anymore? I hated that. She was pretty reasonable eye candy. And don't say, oh no, by the way, I think I've worked out why these weirdo kids that live on Twitter are really messed up about sex, right? And messed up about meeting people, having relationships, and sex in general. They've got a very puritanic attitude. It all makes sense. They grew up in a world with unlimited, free, and increasingly weird, and I would say increasingly gross pornography available to everyone 24/7. Right? I think that's what's made them into so such weirdos, right? Such incredible weirdos that they have to make bad episodes of Star Trek for no apparent reason. Anyway, so yeah, big handbrake turn this episode once again, and it's just stupid. I was just talking about Soji called Corey now. You used to be a little bit for the male gaze. No, and they actively make her look less feminine and less attractive, because I think they're very much into the transy thing, right? I think they're very much into having for them an attractive woman looks like a little boy, which I think might tie into the whole wider entertainment industry, Disney really loving grooming kids about sex, right? Really are into that. Weirdly enough, right? Just like again, I don't know how anybody is religious and says this isn't the end of days, right? I really don't know how they put that together. But okay. People are different. Anyway. So yeah, no male gaze there. Soji doesn't look that hot, and it doesn't make any sense. It's kind of stupid. Oh, we must be talking about Star Trek Picard. Fine. Before we get into it, can you hit the like button? That'll be fan-freaking-tastic. Can you hit that share button? Super fantastic. Uber fantastic. Wonderfully fantastic. And can you hit the subscribe button? If you're not subscribing, if you can consider that, that'll be really helpful. That really does help independent content creators such as myself. I am very grateful. Can you hit the hit the subscribe button? If you're already subscribed, please make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube has been peeling off subscribers left, right, and center over the last few days. So please do that. That'd be fan-freaking-tastic. And so like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Sign up to my Substack. It's my email newsletter. Bunch of cool stuff going out on that. Sign up to my paid Substack. It's just basically my Patreon. It's a way of throwing me a buck or two. I'm not going to stop you. I'm going to, I give you stuff for it. But essentially, that's what it's about, right? That's what it's about. But that's really all it is. But again, I try and give you stuff for it. So like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack, pay stuff out. We covered everything, and now, sadly, for our sins, we must get into Star Trek Picard Season 2. Oh, by the way, before we get into it, I got a bit of a teaser. They just released that they got the entire Next Gen crew back for Season 3 to go on one last mission. Oh, God, leave us alone. Anyway, before that awful things happen, maybe the apocalypse will come and save us all. Maybe. Now, without further ado, I give you Star Trek Picard Season 2, Episode 5, Fly Me to the Moon! Oh, God, no! In the future, it will be shit! That's the news about the next generation of the next generation. It's shit! So, if you recall, Picard is a doddering old fool, and they inexplicably have lots of member berries. Like, they go to an evil parallel timeline sent there by Q, and they got Golden Cut Skull and Sarek Skull and all these people's skulls. Oh, bad Picard. And it all happened in the past. Somehow Q changed everything in the past. And they sent them back to 2024, which sounds very topical. Also sounds like from the episode, the two-part in Deep Space Nine, where they should be able to find Cisco out there somewhere, being what's name, Graham Bell or whatever, who was in the 2024 riots. Blimey, didn't know how accurate they bloody were they? So anyway, at the end of the episode, Q's looking at a reasonably hot woman, and he tries to influence her, and he snaps his fingers, and he can't. Dun dun dun. Right. So I think this is the same reasonably hot woman, not insanely hot, reasonably hot woman from the end of last week. I wasn't paying that much attention. And this is going to amaze everybody, right? This is going to absolutely amaze everybody. She's a stunning and brave answer to everything. This one girl is the answer to everything. It's incredible. And she's stunning. And she's brave. And brave and stunning. And the answer to everything. So anyway, starts off the stunning and brave girl, who is the answer to everything, right? Is the answer to everything. Is flying a space mission. It's not going to go. Warning. Alarm. Vector accumulator area exhausted. And she can go ignore alarm, but she doesn't because she's ballsy. Oh, yes. And she goes, ignore. Flying. They fly around and she's stunning and brave, right? Meanwhile, Picard is talking to whoever this one is, not Varys, and they work out pretty early on. I think it's they mentioned they name check Gary Seven, who said last episode. Oh, it's obviously Gary Seven, one of those people, and she is why she looks like Varys or Laris. We don't know. We don't know. He doesn't know either. But her job is to monitor one person, just one person. Oh, stunning and brave girl. Oh, but talking more about monitoring one person, right? One person, only one person. Meanwhile, she's in the simulator, about to blow up, and it stops. And it's a simulator, and they let her out, right? They go, it didn't go so well. We should try again because I'm a girl. I'm stunning and brave. So he's like, the past has been changed. This person you're going to protect isn't supposed to, is the key to everything. And yes, that says Renee Picard. That's who she is, Renee Picard. Obviously, she's a girl. Obviously. Like, how could it be anything else? And he's like, I'm here to protect the. And she's about to go into space in 2 days, and her name, and that's why she saw him, because her name's Picard, right? And apparently, everybody knows you got to look out for Picard because Guinan, who wasn't Guinan, told her. So then we have the titles. Point out it's directed by Jonathan Frakes. Glad he's got some work. Meanwhile, in the what was it? La Serena, right? The Ball Queen hacks in. She tries to hack into the system, and she tries using her voice, doesn't work, and then she tries using Gerardo's voice, doesn't work, and then she tries using Rios' voice, and finally lets her in, right? And she calls the user cell system. Was it Renee's brother? Maybe. Who? I can't remember. She accesses the local cell tower and calls the police, and she goes, "Oh my God! There's a woman being attacked in the Chateau Picard, in the deserted Chateau Picard! Oh no! Please send somebody quickly!" And they go, "Oh, right away, ma'am. Yes, right away. We're totally going to do that, right? In this deserted house. We'll send them right over right now." Right, woman is being attacked. There's all in French. Stay in place. An officer is on the way. Because somebody's being attacked. Listen, it's France. It's 2024. You should ask, is he Jewish? In that case, we're not going to come. Okay, so Raffi wants to bring Rios right at the bus, right? Because he's mad and she just doesn't care. Because I'm mad. I don't care about anything because I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm a crack whore. No, I'm back in Starfleet. No, I'm playing it more like a crack whore again now. But Seb was like, you can't disrupt the timeline. They said, don't do anything. We're going to do something cleverer. And she's like, but it's not fun. I want to do this. I'm mad. So she does some pulse thing, right, with it. Come on, now I'm going backwards. I should be going forwards. There we go. Does some kind of pulse thing with it. There you go. Oh, man, come on. Go to 7. There you go. It keeps going backwards. Hey, let's try this one. This is crazy. Is it what control's making it go? Okay, it's good. Why does it keep going between slide 54 and 57? That makes no sense. 50, yeah, okay, fine. So now she's using a tricorder, and she goes, boop, boo, with the tricorder, blah, 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 blah. And hello? Okay. With the tricorder, she goes, bow. And it sounds like this pulse out and makes a bus stop because, they have sci-fi technology. She's like, it's not so much fun, right? Not so much fun. So then, again, it's Star Trek immigration, and they live in this weird parallel universe, right? This weird parallel universe where America is intrinsically evil. And anybody not willing to admit that is equally evil, right? Jon Stewart did a whole thing about, oh God, it's so stupid. So then he's like, okay, see what happens. And he says to the friends, everybody be ready. Now, I do want to point out, there's been a massive increase in child pornography since Biden became president. Now, what's going on with that? Well, could it be all these unaccompanied children that are being bused at orphanages all across America, or all like these kids that are like smuggled over on child exploitation, right? And they want to say, listen, in history, white people did indeed slave black people. Also, black people enslaved black people, and yellow people enslaved black people, and black people enslaved yellow people, and brown people enslaved more brown people, and brown people enslaved. Everybody enslaved everybody, but the only one we care about is the white people enslaving the black. Everything else, nothing else matters, right? Even though currently this day, black people enslave black people in much of the demonic states of Africa. Doesn't matter. But they want to say, because that happened in the past, anybody who isn't prepared to be an ally and tear down the entire system of everything, which is built on white supremacy, anybody like is evil, right? And you're responsible for slavery. Something happened 100 years before you were born. You are responsible for it. So I want to ask these same people, the people that say that you have to bear the burden of slavery being because of your skin color. I want to ask the same people. This explosion in sex trafficking, in child sex trafficking, this explosion in child pornography, this explosion in children being raped because of this insane open borders policies, right? Because your insane open borders policy leads directly to a huge explosion in child rape. Not that you care, because you want to sexualize children, right? Do you bear any responsibility for that, or are they just, are they just stunning and brave? So he said, okay, everybody be ready. We don't get, like he's saying to all the sex traffickers, be ready. Have your kids and be ready to take them and sell them to perverts, right? Maybe we will get home today. You are being sent home, you idiots, right? So the white guy can't stand it. You shut up. I can't stand it. He comes in and she fights Rios. He fights them off. Oh, so stunning and brave because he's Rios. But in comes Raffi and stuns this guy as he's trying not to be murdered by a bunch of cartel members, which is essentially what's going on, right? So quick, everybody! Can you see they're all just nice people? Again, the murder explosion in on all the border towns, right? Doesn't matter. Everybody get out! Yay! No vet. Open borders are good. We love open borders. Nothing like a bit of open borders. And it's like, oh, we feel so good. And then she sees, was it Eleanor? And he's like, I don't understand. I'm not Eleanor. I said, I must be going a bit crazy. Raffi, going a bit crazy. I know. Maybe I should cut down on the crack, right? So he's like, hey, amigo, go and continue with your child trafficking, sex trafficking, which is absolutely happening, and it's not racist at all because that's the reality, right? But again, we've seen in this week, people really are kind of okay. People on that side of the aisle really kind of okay with raping children. And again, just really totally okay with it. The person, oh my gosh, you're Gary 7 person. Let me just pointlessly name check you, even though you're saying something totally different, right? Even though you're something totally different in the Star Trek universe, we're still vaguely the same, right? Vaguely the same. So then she's like, she starts talking about how wonderful Renee Picard is, and she is the best as ever. She put herself through school. She taught herself everything. She's an engineer. She does ballet. She's her piss causes trees to grow. She's incredible, right? One time she had a pap smear test. Somebody ate the pap smear. They were cured of cancer. That's how good she is. She is so freaking good. It doesn't get much better than that, right? So she's been watching over her whole life. And she tells, and she's talking about, I'm not sure I can do it. Talking to the shrink, and they're prying on her medical, and she says, "Listen, I spent my entire life just stalking this person, right? That's what my whole life has been, stalking this one person, because that's the way we roll, baby. That's just the way we roll." I said, "Oh, well, that's a bit weird. Okay, no problem." So what's going to happen that might stop her going on this mission that will change everything? She is the key to everything. He's like, well, let's pry in on her on this very specific psychologist session right now. Let's just pry into this. But it's violation ethics. He's like, we got to do it. And he's like, what's going on? And he's like, And that is obvious. Q is the shrink, right? It's doing a German accent, but it's obvious Q is the shrink, right? We all know that, right? And he's like, wait a minute, let's have a look at the shrink, and it's, oh my god, it's Q. Q is doing something with her to change the past. Oh, so that's when you think it's pretty stupid. Gets a bit stupider. Now, next we have. You have no idea what's going on, right? It looks like there's a class going on. There's Brett Spiner there, being Dr. Sung, pitching some genetic research at the same time driving back home. So this is in a flashback. He's got a nice house. He has a really, really super nice house. He must be rich. And he's like, he comes back down. And there's Soji there, although looking a lot less hot than she did earlier this season or last year, right? Looking really super not hot right now for some reason. Well, I don't know why. No more male gaze, apparently. Well, we'll see that. So you have no idea what's going on, right? No idea. And so I look up on IMDb. Is this the same actress that plays Soji? Is it the same? And I found out there, no, this is Corey. Corey is somebody else. Apparently, it's this early Dr. Sung, the earliest one we've seen, his daughter, and he remembered that all the way in the future. Gary Seven's people, right? Gary Seven looked after the world. She's just looking after that Renee Picard, right? So how stupid this shit is. So she's called. So somehow, when Data made a daughter, then that was somehow stored in him from many generations earlier to make her look like Corey. I think, right? I think that's where they're going with it, right? So, he tells her that he's trying to say this is. He tells about the pitch. And he seems to be selling them on genetic research. And he says, the one thing I know from all my time is that people are idiots, right? And so we go back to this thing, and it's like, you have no idea what it is. Is it are the students say no? It's actually a review board, right? And he's talking, and they want to kill his genetic research. He said, but you don't understand, my daughter's got a genetic disease if she goes outside, she's going to die. One bit of dust will kill her. The sunlight will kill her. Everything's good. She's got the genetic, and we got to do the genetic research. She says, no, you've been done unethical genetic research, unlicensed. So we're taking away your license and your funding, right? And he's like, well, that didn't go so well. And so he's like, let's try today's treatment. And he tries, and he's like, oh, you can fix it, Dad. Yes, you can. This is just so dumb. Sequels result in death of subjects, 99.83 certainty. Probably not what you want to do, right? So that thing didn't work. And he's like, oh, dang it. And while she's sleeping, and he's remembering having his license removed, and like, we got to do this. So while he's sleeping, he says, I got to find a way of having her go outside. She talks about how much she wants to go swimming when she goes outside. And then suddenly she looks at the computer and says, I can help. Who can help? And then a bunch of data is sent to him and says, check your 3D printer. And he goes and checks it. And nobody has a 3D printer that works this quickly. He pulls out whatever it was made, and it's a big Q, right? Okay. Meanwhile, the cops are looking through Chateau Picard, trying to find the, because again, this is a slum deserted building in the middle of bloody nowhere. Quick, send the police. So right on the case. They obviously. They rush to get there. Falling off on Vineyard Court. There's not a vineyard, it's dead, right? The house looks abandoned. I'm still checking it out. Okay, well, okay. Says he hates the country. And then the cloak, and then meanwhile, Gerard is sleeping. And she's the only one there. The ship decloaks, and the Bull Queen starts calling. Says, help! She says, help! And does it in a Frenchy voice. Help! And he goes looking, trying to work out what's going on. Like, hey, what is this? He's in a spaceship. He's really reasonably freaked out, as one normally is. Looking around, and then he meets the Bull Queen. Dun dun dun. And it's reasonably scary, as you would expect. Again, but what do you expect? It's the Bull bloody Queen. No, let's just leave her there with no security. Everything's going to be fine. He's like, hey, caramba, what is this? Says, oh, look, I see you've got a nicotine habit. I can help you with that. And a big spike comes out and goes shunk right into him. Meanwhile, next day, Dr. Sung goes and meets up with Q. Now, this is actually quite a good scene because you got two really genuinely excellent actors going on right now. So even though it's stupid beyond stupid, it's well performed, right? And John DeLance's voice is just a delight, right? It's an absolute delight. So they have this talk, and they say, listen, I can help you. But it turns out time's running out for Q, right? And there's always crackpots trying to get in contact with Dr. Sung to get him to clone their cat or something. He says, I think I can help you out, right? And he's got... there's a lot of talking heads going, who are you? He said, I'm the butterfly. I am death. Again, it's a really good little speech he has. But again, it's John Delancey. John Delancey knows what he's doing, right? And Brett Spine also knows what he's doing. He says, okay, listen, if you think I'm crank here, take this. It might be the answer to all your problems. You're like, I don't know what's going on. It's like, take this. If it works, get back to me, right? Get back to me. So then, meanwhile, more talking to not Varys, not Laris, and says, well, why doesn't he just click his fingers and disable the ship if he wants to do that, or do this, or do that? Like, why is he going through all this trouble? Says, I don't know. Look, Q's become very limited. His power is dwindling, right? Not even John Delancey can save the show. That's true. Again, script is everything, and this script sucks, right? It just does. And the ideas behind it suck. Again, the open board, I mean, What's good? The only good thing about open borders is it makes white liberals not feel guilty, makes them feel virtuous, which is all they care about. Right? We're going to watch that after this. We're going to watch that Jon Stewart thing. I'll go a bit longer, but I got to be off because Dan's on in about half hour. Right? So I want to be off for him. So then we get a little a little info dump. He said, listen, if she goes into like lockdown for like 2 days before they fly, she's gonna fly, and she's got a party to go, a big swanky party tonight, right? Oh, Mary Claire's World, how are you? You're wonderful. Okay, I put your link in the chat. It was so lovely to watch. I'm going to plow through your channel. Lovely that you dropped in. If ever you want to join me, just give me a call. I'm happy to geek out about Doctor Who at any time. But right now, I'm viciously tearing apart Star Trek Picard. I'm sorry if you like it. I do apologize, but I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, your channel's awesome. Do I still have it? Saved in my no, I don't. Hang on. Do I? Oh, I don't have it open anymore. I'll put the channel, your channel, in the chat, the video notes. Please, everybody, go sign up. It's a wonderful channel. It really is. It really made me smile. Loved it. Fine. Back to Picard. Okay, from the sublime to the ridiculous, because like, oh, you got to meet the rest of my crew, right? And so they set us up. They kind of devolves into Ocean's 11 at this point, right? That there's a big swanky dinner tonight, and if they go there, they say, we've got to go there and we've got to monitor to make sure she gets on there and nobody dissuades her, right? Because that's the end of everything. Because she's a stunning and brave answer to it. Listen, I'm not writing this. This is actually what it is. I'm not taking the piss. This is really what they wrote, right? This is really what they wrote. So meanwhile, at Chateau Picard. That's it, Chateau Picard. Ball Queen calls out to Gerardi and says, "Oh, the drama from Scott Pilgrim. I really liked you in that. What happened?" She's like, listen, everyone's got to earn a living. Everyone's got to earn a living. Fortunately, there is in this it is abandoned mansion, right? There's been abandoned for about 100 years. There is a working shotgun right there, ready to go, just ready to go, no problem. So she goes to check on the Bull Queen, and she's stunning and brave. But the Bull Queen's got the cock with a. I do like, by the way, the snake-like tentacle thing. That's pretty darn cool. It says, "Listen, basically, this is actually when they write a character to have a bit of deviousness, it's good." Thank you very much, Problem Being. She says, "Listen, we got to join together. You're a lonely sad sack, okay? Nobody loves you in any reality. Come and join. Come and hang out with me." Now, we know this is going to happen. We know that they're going to merge into one because she is clearly the Bull Queen from that very good first episode that we've so forgotten about now. Month in the distance. Oh, how sad. So she's clearly that new Bull Queen from that one. We'll find out by the end. So then we got to join, and if you don't join, I'm gonna just assimilate this bloke, and like one way or other, I'm walking out of here, right? And she's like, "No, you can't do that. I'm not gonna let you do that. So come on, you're lonely. Come and come and join with me, or here, or I'm going to use him, right?" Meanwhile, so that ends with I think she shoots him. She shoots him. You go bang, and you're like, "Oh, that's interesting." Meanwhile, not Data. Brett Spider tries out the thing given by Q, which is 100% effective. Oh, there you go. There's lucky. So he gives it to non-Soji, called Corey, and she takes it. And she's got, look at this. It's like they got this like laser shield thing like above her so the sun doesn't get to her. He said, okay, let's give it a go. And he takes down the laser shield thing. Oh no, it injects herself first. And like, boink, and she's like, oh, I'm still alive. Yay, I'm going swimming at last. Now, again, I remember last season, they would like dress her to look attractive. I know there was somewhat of it wasn't like male gaze, and like it wasn't like I don't know, slutty express. It wasn't like over. It was they just dressed her to look like a attractive human female, right? How they did it, and it didn't seem weird. Apparently now, no, that they can't do that. She's swimming, right? They're doing swimming. No eye candy whatsoever. Let's get her in the ugliest outfit humanly possible, right? Okay. I get. Listen, it's a trend in Hollywood. You can't have anybody look feminine anymore, right? Everyone's got to be like this little boy kind of look. It's just really disturbing. It's just really genuinely disturbing. And then, where's that? Oh, boy, I'm gonna go. Meanwhile, Girardi beams back everybody. Oh, we're back from the side quest. Yay! He said, I killed her on the way home. So apparently she's killed the Bull Queen. She's dead. Brown bread. Gone. But she managed to save the life of the cop. And he's, apart from his spleen, which is a box over there. Okay, so we got and I found a convenient drug to wipe his mind, wipe his memory. Let's just drag him. Oh, and she arrives. Again, the very Gary 7 square, weird, cloudy teleport thing, right? Then that's how Picard and whoever she is arrives. And they're like, you can trust this crew. You can trust them. Of course I can trust them. We've been through thick and thin together, right? We've been together. No, this is not the Enterprise. These are people you met for 20 minutes, right? So at the same time, they're dragging this cop out. It's like, oh, he's not dead, and I'm sure there's a good reason. Meanwhile, he's like meeting with Q. He says, "Listen, I got what you want, but what do you want in return?" So he's like, he's been limited of late, and he's got to get rid of one obstacle. Picard. He wants him to get rid of Picard. Which Picard, we don't know. But okay, no problem. And again, great performances. But I don't think they can do a bad performance. So fine. So now we get into this Ocean 11 parody. He shows her that the Q's manipulating her. Said, look, we got to break in to this swanky dinner. We got 24th century technology, but still not good enough. You've got to be in the database to be let in, and you carry your ID on you all the time, and there's facial recognition. And if you're not the right person, oh no, you're going to be arrested and maybe, I don't know, thrown to the spice mines or kettle, smashed into who knows what. So then it's just this weird, like it just doesn't really gel. So yeah, they're showing off. Oh look, here's the badge you got to wear to get in that connects to your gazillion massive database about you, which you can't fake. And while you're in there, again, look at it, all the stupid Ocean 11 planning, right? And he's like, when you go there, facial 11. Again, we have like weird music playing and interlude. And then Girardi goes in. They can manage to get one person in with their 24th century technology, right? They can get one person in. And she's like, oh, do you have any other IDs? And here I am. Nothing weird about me. And she's like, oh, I've seen Rene Picard, the Stunning and Brave. Key to everything. And she's remembering her time in the simulator. Oh, no. Do I have what it takes? I don't know. And facial recognition sees her, and they pick her up, and she's arrested. I'm like, really? Okay. And she's handcuffed to the chair. So why handcuffed? That's just protocol. Okay. And so because of that, she was able to. She wanted to be arrested, right? So she could put the everybody's database into the data, their stuff in the database from there, and then they could beam in and they're fine, right? It was all part of the plan, stunning and brave plan. But then she remembers back to the incident with the Bull Queen, and she raises a gun to fire. Here we got to go to the next one. And she fires, and she shoots the Bull Queen, right? And Bull Queen's like, I'm dying. Oh no, you can't be. You got to be with me. And it's like, no, we can't. You can't. I can't let you do that. And she touches her, and you see the bull probes go in, and she starts to be assimilated. So she's part Bull Queen now. The Bull Queen is like inside her. And that's where it ends. Dun dun dun. The Bull Queen is still alive, and it's still awful. It's still awful. Man, that first episode was so good, right? So genuinely good. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.